Jennings turns up on Lancashire return. An unbeaten century stand between Lancashire openers Keaton Jennings and Luke Wells meant that going into day 3, their side trailed Warwickshire by 188 runs with all 10 wickets in hand at Emirates Old Trafford. And Lancashire's day would begin with a milestone too, as former England opener Keaton Jennings went to 50 in his first appearance for Lancashire this season, having recovered from a calf injury. Lancashire's charge would continue past 150 as Jennings reached 60 and Luke Wells 80. But with the score on 166, Warwickshire would finally make the breakthrough, Wells driving back to Danny Briggs to give the Bears their first wicket of the innings. Josh Bohannon arrived at the crease and he and Jennings continued Lancashire's fine showing to bat as they turned the screw to put on another 50 together, the home side passing 200. Lunch was taken with the score at 222 for 1, Bohannon unbeaten on 20 and Jennings on 96, just 4 more away from a 21st first-class century. And that would arrive in the second over after lunch, Jennings pushing the spin of Briggs through the covers to bring up 3 figures in his first game of the year. A fantastic return for Jennings, who had averaged 48 for Lancashire last season. Warwickshire, however, would make a much-needed breakthrough shortly after, Bohannon edging to slip for 23 off the bowling of Hannon Dalby. And it would be a double strike for the home side as Stephen Croft was caught in the gully off the bowling of Craig Miles, Lancashire now 246 for 3. Jennings' innings would also come to an end as the second new ball resulted in a 3rd wicket falling, Jennings edging to Hayne for 110 as Lancashire lost their 3rd wicket for just 15 runs. Captain Dane Villas and Phil Salt added 40 runs together at a good rate, but Salt was out for 26, caught at mid-off the bowling of Nathan McAndrew to give the Australian his first wicket for the club. Lancashire's 300 would arrive in the 101st over. Dane Villas and George Balderson navigated their way through to tea as Lancashire went into the break on 324 for 5 and with a 9-run lead. As play resumed, Lancashire suffered one of the almighty collapses as 326 for 5 became 335 for 9. First, George Balderson was dismissed by McAndrew for 11 before Luke Wood edged to slip off Danny Briggs for just 1 run. Shortly after, and McAndrew would strike twice in consecutive overs, first removing Dane Villas for 42 before removing Hassan Ali for 4. Lancashire had lost 8 wickets for 94 runs. The final pair of Bailey and Parkinson would add 26 together, but that was before Parkinson fell LBW to Hannon Dalby to give him his 3rd of the innings. Lancashire all out for 361, a lead of 46, but they'd be no doubt disappointed given their position that they had earlier in the day. Jennings the star man after his excellent century, and McAndrew and Hannon Dalby the pick of the bowlers with 4 and 3 wickets apiece respectively. In reply, Warwickshire's openers would face just 3 overs before bad light brought a halt to proceedings and an early end to the day, Warwickshire trailing by 42 runs, with the draw looking by far the likeliest result after Keaton Jennings' fine century was the story of day 3.